Welcome to the first episode of Whole Mom Revolution. This is purely an audio. This is not transcribed over from a video or any of that, which most of our episodes in the future, as of right now, are going to be just because it's the easiest way for me to have my VA repurpose content. But I wanted to welcome you, say, welcome to the first episode of Whole Mom Revolution. If you're listening to this in the heyday, the beginning, the boots on the ground phase, congratulations, you're here with me, right? And if you are listening to this years in the future and you're like, I have to scroll back and hear what her very first episode was like, well, here you go. Have at it. I'm sure the sound quality ain't going to be that pretty. I'm in a car right now. I got my AirPods in, AirPod Pro 2s. Um, I generally am planning to record at home with like a not very expensive newer mic, just something that has like noise cancellation and all that. And yeah, but long story short, here we are. So let's talk about Whole Mom Revolution, what it is, what it's not, all that stuff. So Whole Mom Revolution has been 12 plus years in the making. And it didn't even get its name until just over a year ago because well, probably close to 2 years ago now, as of 2025. I had so many different ideas about what I wanted to do with my life, what I wanted, what kind of vision I had for our family. And things have just kind of refined themselves over the years and fallen into place in ways that I know only God could have done or given me these visions for. So, for example, we currently, as of March 2025, have a 40-foot school bus in our backyard that is like 70-ish% converted into an RV. Now, when this dream first came to me, it was 2012-ish. We had just pulled our 9-year-old out of public school to homeschool him because I found a random post by someone called the Unschooled Family or something like that. I can't even remember now. I think the mom's name was actually Kelly also. And I was these people lived on a bus and they were schooling their kids on the road and they were going to see life and truly experience life. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. But I didn't think that was possible for us at the time. So I was like, okay, back burner, but love it. And I was like, okay, so homeschooling is an option. That's what I pulled from there at the time, even though I loved the other concepts. So we pulled my son out of fourth grade, started homeschooling him, and we had just had our daughter. She was a newborn young baby, and I thought that was such a cool idea, and I would see it in passing here and there, but I just never really thought too much into it. So this was around the time where I knew I didn't want to go back to work after I had our daughter. So I was just trying to find ways to make money from home. And I did everything from whatever being an influencer back in 2012 looked like, which was like I had a couple companies send me like some dish soap and coffee. And I talked about them on YouTube without using any hashtags, any relevant anything. I just hoped for the best. And of course, nothing came of that. Big surprise. I couponed a ton to save us money and pinch pennies. I actually was planning on trying to sell the items that I couponed. Then I stopped couponing because I was like, this is all junk. We don't use this stuff anyway, except the paper towels here and there. The food was all just bleh. So, yeah, over the years, I have done literally everything from various YouTube channels, trying to vlog, which I still want to do our family vlogs, but not really to make money. I mean, unless that's a byproduct of it, of course, just for memory's sake. But podcast, blogs, I've had multiple blogs. One of my original vlogs was actually called, don't hate me for this, but it was called Diary of a Mad White Waitress, kind of like the movie Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I just thought it was so funny. And this was actually while I was working. So this was prior to having my daughter and all that. But that was like my first step into the like entrepreneur realm. And I had no idea that, you could even make money doing a blog back then. But then I ended up with, I believe it was Seasoned with Love. And that was like and it was a WordPress. It wasn't like an official website. Thought that was the coolest name ever. Was going to start a bakery with that name in real life. Never got around to that. And I did some baking at home and selling things, here and there, but nothing too crazy. So I had a food blog for a while. Again, didn't really know you could monetize it or how to. Then I came up with Live Humble Dream Big, which was my blog where I actually understood that you could monetize things. And I thought you could just slap some ads on there and it would come. Didn't really know the ins and outs of SEO and all that. I mean, I'm still a noob when it comes to that realm. But overall, again, just tried so many things. I had a podcast before for a short time, kind of gave up on that. I've done various types of network marketing, MLM stuff, digital marketing, affiliate marketing, pretty much everything you can think of. And the only thing that really worked for me, which was kind of what opened my eyes to the realm that this is possible, was the Amazon influencer program. Once I saw someone I knew in real life doing it and I trusted her, I was like, okay, she's smart. I know that she has some money. She wouldn't be wasting her time with this if it wasn't a thing. So I looked into it, I got in, and I my first month I made like over $700, which I thought was super impressive. It was right before Christmas. Awesome, right? And I still average about, as of right now, 2025 again, I average about anywhere from 900 to 1500 a month. My highest month was 3000 in June of 2024, and that was like prime month. But it's very, very good money, and it's just really how much you put into it. I do believe consistency, as with all things, is important there. The more I'm uploading on a consistent basis, the bigger jumps I see in my sales days. And it's not even necessarily the videos that I'm uploading that are getting me those sales. It's just that Amazon's algorithm or whatever it is favoring people who are active on the platform. And I think that goes for every single platform. It's what I've seen, it's what I've heard, you know? That's what I have to say about that. Now, I will have another episode, multiple episodes about the Amazon influencer program going more in depth. But for now, I just wanted to put that out there that that was my like, aha, this can work type thing. From there, I started doing a little bit of affiliate marketing because I was selling the course that I took that got me into the influencer program. Now, at the time, I was sort of suckered in, and I say suckered because I'm no longer with this company, into doing and buying all these things that I really didn't feel were aligned with me. But they were like, this is how you make money and this is the next right step in your journey, yada, yada, yada. They're like, they teach you to get into Amazon and then they say, but this is small beans compared to yada, yada, right? And again, this can be a viable thing, but the way it was presented to me and the way that I was sold to just felt very cringe. And at the time, I didn't realize it because I was so desperate to scale my income quickly. So I bought into a lot of the things. I bought a lot of like programs that I probably didn't need that I might never touch again, depending, and lots of different things. But all that said, I have no regrets because it was a learning opportunity and it did give me the thoughts and the knowledge and the hunger to go out and create something better, something not sleazy. Some people sell and they sell from this like really car salesman sleazy place that no one really wants to be near. It's the kind of sales that make you feel icky, like you want to take a shower in bleach or something afterwards. You know what I mean? And for me, like that was like it was kind of the MLM experiences that I've had before with the network marketing. Now, not to say every network marketing is like this. I do think network marketing can and is a viable business option if done correctly. But there's so many other facets to that. So we're not going to talk about that today. I may eventually, if I, interview someone who actually knows their stuff when it comes to network marketing or something like that. But I do know you have to be really aligned with the product you're selling and absolutely love it, not getting into it to sell it and make money. Anytime you get into anything with the intention of, I'm going to make money from this rather than what value can I bring to the world through this, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to look and feel like a sleazeball. And that is just how I feel and how I felt for a while. And I just recently got the guts to say it out loud, but I recently was able to articulate it out loud because I didn't know how that works. I was like, well, why does this whatever it is work for some people and not for others? And it's because that's their thing. That's their realm, that is where they're meant to be. Maybe that's where they're called to be or whatever. That's their gifting. And for others, it's not. And, a lot of people look at failed ventures like that as a, and I closed doors as a like a failure in the bad sense of the word, right? Because failure is not bad. You have to get failures to get successes. But what I'm trying to say is many people look at these closed doors and they think it's like, oh, I failed. I'm a failure. This is terrible. I'm not meant to do any of this entrepreneurial stuff. All these limiting beliefs start piling up and building these brick walls inside of our minds. And that's not it. A closed door is God's way of protecting you. Rejection is God's protection. I heard that from, I believe it was Jamie Kern Lima. It's so true. Every single rejection, failure, missed opportunity, just anything like that in my life that I perceived as negative at the time, in hindsight, I can see how it was not meant for me and it pivoted me to where I was meant to be. And it either gave me skills or experience or something that developed my character further to bring me to where I'm meant to be now. So, all that to say, you have to really find what is in alignment with your soul, where God is calling you to be, if you ever hope to be successful or any of those things.